back onto some news from the international waters. Well, Pakistan's former President Pervez Musharraf was today named as an accused in the assassination of ex-Premier Benazir Bhutto. Musharraf, who has been living in self-exile in Britain since early 2009, was named as an accused in the interim charge sheet filed by the Federal Investigation Agency in the Anti-Terrorism Court in Rawalpindi, and this according to the state television. And a report by a UN commission that probed that Bhutto's assassination had blamed Musharraf for failing to take adequate steps to provide security to the former premier. Bhutto was killed by a suicide attacker in Rawalpindi in December 2007 during an election rally there. Musharraf was the then president of Pakistan. And the United Nations inquiry report into the assassination of Benazir Bhutto that was released on the 15th of April 2010 had blamed the then Pakistan government headed by Pervez Musharraf. The report said that the responsibility for failing to protect Bhutto lies with Pakistan government and that the then Pakistan government headed by Musharraf failed to protect the ex-Prime Minister or investigate Benazir's assassination. It said that the Musharraf's government was fully aware of threats to Benazir Bhutto and that the Pakistan government was not proactive in neutralizing threats to Bhutto. And moving on to some news from the sports turf, well, it's a major setback for the Indian team before their World Cup campaign. Fast-paced bowler Praveen Kumar has been ruled out of the tournament due to an injury. Now, Praveen had returned home during the ODI series against South Africa after he aggravated his elbow injury. Now, despite that, he was included in the final squad for the World Cup. He was undergoing treatment at Bangalore's National Cricket Academy, after which he went to England. His replacement will be named soon.
Once they've delivered the ball, they forget everything.
Well, a basketball tournament in Chennai has attracted the likes of an MBA director from the United States. Inaugurating the tournament at the Hindustan University, he gave a once-in-a-lifetime drill tips to the players and spoke to my colleague Natasha about why NBA is in India in the first place.
We have with us today Troy Justice, who's the Director for India Operations from the NBA. Thank you so much for talking to us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Well, in terms of the game of basketball, where has this sudden interest for India cropped up from?
Well, we've been here working on research and development for 4 years now because we knew we had to come to this emerging market because India loves basketball, number one. There's a very passionate basketball community here. There's about 4 million basketball players, and they love it. They love the game, and they're in schools, they're in colleges. Well, I'll tell you right now, we're running a league called the Mahindra NBA Challenge. This provides a platform for players out of college, after college, to continue to play. So we've already done this in 5 cities. This year, we will have 6,000 players in our league in 5 cities. So we have 120 teams in each of those cities.
Do you think that you have identified talent already here, or is it just the interest that you've seen so far?
Yeah, we've found talent all over India. I mean, in our leagues, or I've gone to a lot of these national tournaments, I'm finding talent all over India. And so, for instance, I found a player who's 14 years old, 7 foot tall, from Punjab, and his name is Satnam Singh. We have another player that played in our league. We found him and sent him to the national team training camp. And so he went from Amritsar to our league to the national team, like that. But right now there's 4 million players in India. We need 40 million. We want to hear basketballs bouncing all over this country. That's what we got to have. That's why it takes a lot of time. Now, we're realistic too, okay? So we just want to go to 5 million. We know 40 million is way off. But we know that we can get there. We know that change can happen. As the grassroots grows and we start to introduce the game to the young kids and they start to enjoy it, it will spread. It'll spread like wildfire.
Well, if you are one of those young minds with dreams to fly away to the UK, you might want to do some research before going ahead. And to help you with just that is the British Council Education Exhibition taking place on the 7th and 8th of this month at the Taj Connemara. And my colleague Chandy Thomas caught up with a few aspiring minds.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this Education UK fair in Chennai. The fair is really to showcase the best of UK education.
And so the two-day education fair kicked off with students from both schools and colleges eager to get all the information they could. But how many of them know what careers they want to pursue?
Master's degrees like MBA in UK or US.
எனக்கு வந்து MS வந்து UKல பண்ணனும்னு.
I'm looking for a master's in either psychology or media studies.
Physiotherapy.
In an effort to answer as many queries and help in every way, 58 different UK universities have put up stalls where students can meet the delegates face to face, inquire about courses offered and do a lot more.
If they need further information, they will be able to interact with the UK delegates over phone or email and then come to an informed decision. Then, because the students are going to invest a lot of money in higher education, so it will be a worthwhile investment for their future career goals.
So what makes UK attractive to students?
They give us opportunity to research.
Their ranking is good when compared to a lot of universities in India.
Culturally rich environment, yeah.
And will they return home after finishing their courses?
Staying there. Yeah, definitely.
No, I'll definitely come back to India.
No, I would like to come back.
Come back India.
No, I'll come back.
Well, all we can say is all the best to their London dreams. In Chennai, this is Chandy Thomas for NDTV Hindu.
And challenging another set of young minds and quizzing them from mechanics to electricity and optics, or even the structure of a cell, well, it's something school children in our cities seem to lap up as though it were just a pizza treat. Well, the inter-school science quiz contest organized by the Hindu and the Satyabama University had the students in their best element. Zoya Thomas has this report.
Element that contains atomic number 97. It was discovered in the year 1950. It's named after a university town in the United States in California. Which element gets its name from this?
Well, you may or may not know the answer to that one, but nearly 2,000 students from 160 schools showed that a science quiz is right up their street. At the second edition of the Hindu's NIE Catalyst quiz, students of class 9 to 12 had done their homework and battled it out for the top spot.
It has been tough for me because we are in 10th standard, but we have been preparing, and also I wanted to do better than last time. We came third last time and we have managed to do that, so I'm happy.
And the quiz was not without fizz, because at the helm was Quizmaster Giri Balasubramaniam, also known as the Pick Brain. It was engaging, interesting and had the young brains ticking away. A format that included tiebreakers but did away with negative marking was just what the students wanted. And when the 6 finalists batted heads, the quizmaster himself was impressed.
Any quiz in Chennai shocks a quizmaster. I mean, that's an initial reaction that I would have. Science is also a typical Tamil Nadu forte. So the combination of the two can be lethal, and that's what it was today.
And last but not the least, more prizes all around came as the icing on the cake, rounding off a delightful day for all the participants. In Chennai with Zoya Thomas, Chandy Thomas for NDTV Hindu.
And with that, we wrap this bulletin. Thanks so much for watching the Late Night News. Good night.